Damn. Don't it feel like we really at the end right now? It's crazy. It's crazy. If you already know what we about to talk about, y'all seen the title. I'm not sure what the title really is, but I know what show we're talking about. And the show is Riverdale. And we're gonna not break down the ending. The ending is the ending, bro. If you don't get it, then I'm gonna break down somewhat, you know what I'm saying, of what I got from it. And I'm gonna talk about I didn't do the whole season. I wasn't even watching this season until like 2 weeks ago, I believe. Like I got through like 17 episodes and like 18 episodes in like 2 days. Just cause I somebody told me what it was about, how it was going, and then I said, all right, I'll watch it. Because I was kind of threw off a loop for certain stuff that was happening. Definitely when they went back in time, that threw me like completely to like my mind didn't even want to watch it after that. Like going back in time, we already dealt with like how everything was transitioned, and like I said, but through thick and thin, I realized, bro, I'm really a Riverdale fan. I never left. I never left when they changed how they went about the show in terms of it was a dark show to start off with, but then they had powers. Then you had Gargoyle Kings. Then you had like crazy some bored students like I can't think of their real names like charter school people. Like it was like that killed people for assignments. Like everything was just changing throughout Riverdale and the show throughout years. And I felt like I know a lot of people have left this show. The person that put me onto the show left this show after like a season or two. Never came back. She said, I'm never coming back. She's never came back. Same thing happened for like other people, but it was not for the same reason. But people was left this show, but me, thick and thin, I stood by, and I'm happy I did. I really did. I enjoy shows with powers and stuff, so that never threw me to a loop when they did that. The only one that really threw me to a loop when they started off a season, or no, when they changed the time period, that was like. But I think there's something called an Archie comic, like it's a comic book some sorts. So sometimes they try to be too accurate and try to be, but like uh, I wasn't I wasn't too fond of them going back in time. Even finding out that it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. It just I understood the message. I feel like the message around it was how times were and how times is and stuff like that. But it was a really good season. I thought it was a good season. Definitely the way it was a great ending. If anything, if y'all didn't like the season, the ending, the last two episodes was probably the best episodes of the season. In my mind, no question. It was masterful. I couldn't ask for nothing better. Um, Obviously, I probably wanted something better, but I couldn't act like the way they crafted it was just like I genuinely couldn't believe what was going on, and that's just how it goes sometimes when you watching shows. You want something to happen, but it doesn't happen the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? But there sometimes it's for the better of the show. You know what I'm saying? Not be the same, and I thought they would have been the same. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about them going back in time. I don't really want to break down the whole season unless y'all want a season breakdown, like each episode. Y'all got to tell me because I'm just back on this channel again. So um, like I said, they go back in time. Jughead's the only one that remember everything. Tabitha obviously is an angel, so she remembers everything, but she wasn't part of the life. Obviously off the show and stuff, she wasn't doing it. She wasn't doing the show as much this season. If you know her like her real life character, I don't know her name right now, top of my head, but she was not a recurrent cast, or she was. I forgot which one it is, but yeah, she was basically barely in it. But yo, we could just talk about these last two episodes though. Like, let's talk about everything. Let's talk about everything. Somewhat this season. This season was a cool, but what threw me to a loop a lot was just so many like relationships and people together. Like, oh my god, there was so much going on. There's so many. Like, yo, it was crazy. It threw me to a loop where a relationship changed like every 30 minutes. Like, it was crazy. Oh, I'm with this guy. I'm with this guy. I'm with this girl. Oh, girls together. Like, so it threw me to a loop. Heavy, you know what I'm saying? Heavy on that. Then they brought back some characters that died in the like 2023 timeline. Um, Herman, Hiram, Hank, no, How, Midge. I'm trying to remember everybody that passed. Jason wasn't back. Um, the teacher that Archie was with, like they did stuff like that. I thought it was alright. How wasn't a, I think wasn't a killer in this one. From not like he was a still cheater, but he wasn't a killer in this one. So it was crazy. But through all that, and all right. So like I said, Tabitha came back, said, "Your Jughead, I got to take your memory because you can't remember because you'll disrupt what I got going on. I'm gonna try to go fix the timeline, and then once I do that, I'm gonna try to bring y'all back to y'all present." And like I said, they went out through all the seasons. Then she came back episode 19 or 18, I forgot which one it was, and said, "All right, I'll make y'all all remember, but I can't bring y'all back." That was my face when I heard that, because I'm like, "There's no way. There's no way." Because that's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the ending I wanted. All right, they did this. They go back. They kind of bring some light to their dark work. That timeline was dark, really dark. And like I said, it unfortunately ended with a comment. They were not able to beat the comment. But it was like, I feel like an ending like that. I still think I would have preferred the ending like that. I'm gonna explain that in a minute. But she came back, said I can't bring it back, but I can give y'all memories and y'all can choose to remember them or y'all choose not to. And they chose, all right, we just want the good ones because the bad ones are just too much to bear. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. But then, like I said, it wasn't really nothing too crazy. Like this season was so much different from every other Riverdale season. There was always some. Oh no, they had some killer. They still had some little darkness stuff, but it wasn't like I felt like the darkness this season wasn't as like, bro. It was crazy in the first couple seasons, and then some of the other ones too. Like it was crazy. I felt like this one has slight stuff that they got past like this. You know what I'm saying? It was just easy. So I felt like that was like all right, I guess because it's an ending. At the end of the day, is you want an ending to be an ending. You don't want to keep putting on that. All right, we could keep going on this longer. I think they ended it perfectly where they don't look like they don't have really much left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? To write more for this and what more could the storyline? Like I said, if this is really like I think Archie thing is like I said, it's a real comic book. You know what I'm saying? So the end of the day is like I said, it's a real comic book. So maybe they just did it like that and everything about it. Like I said, I don't want to waste too much of your time. So let's just break it down. So um they gave them memories. Tabitha had to leave because she had to make sure everything's still good. She could not stay. She had no place no more. It was already a Tabitha in that timeline. She had no more placement in. It was crazy. Like I said, the way they ended. So basically, they did all that. Everybody got their memories and everybody went on with their lives. Um, then Betty, they had an 84-year-old Betty who was at um she was at her deathbed, basically. She was dying, and there was no question. She was the last one to survive. I kinda didn't get it until the end of why she was the last one to like why she got the solo. I feel like Archie's been the main character throughout this whole show. He's been the main character, and I think that's no debate. But I think because she and Jughead are the only ones to remember good and bad, it was perfect for her to be the ending of it all. And I wasn't mad at it. Like I said, I was not mad at it. So basically, how everything ended. They was juniors. They was going into the senior year. So the whole senior year, after finding out everything they've been through and when they old lives, who they were together with, they decided to be in a poly relationship. I believe that's what it's called. But I don't know if I don't think Archie and Jughead would do anything. But it was like girls with each guy, girls with each other. Archie and Betty been top 10. I mean, Betty and Veronica been top 10. That shit was kind of fire. But I seen that coming. That was the weird thing. I said Yeah, watch them being like a full relationship. I just, bro, the way they kept putting up the whole season, they just kept switching partners. And at some point, they were kissing each other before, like, I found that they actually went up. Like, what the heck was going on? Like, that's what I said. Some things threw me through a loop. You know what I'm saying? But I already seen it coming. And then my man, that's the reason I even finished the season. I forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie. That it was ending. So he was like, yo, this, I had to literally speak over him, so I didn't hear, but I already knew. I kind of just knew already they were gonna do a relationship like that, which is weird, but it's, I feel like people experience stuff, do experiences in life, and don't knock it till you try it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try it, but I'm saying, but yeah, though, that was kind of okay. I'm not gonna break down every death that's happened, and obviously Fangs had the most unfortunate death because he literally died at like 18, I believe, because they say he went on road 18 or 19. Cause I'm assuming that's your age in high school, so went on a road 4 weeks in, a bus went out of control and he died. Is crazy. Like, to think about that, that's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy. Like it was just like getting, but then it got way more emotional as like you kept going because it was like, damn, damn. Because the reality is when you really leave high school, because like you said, you might not want the reality, but that is the reality. I feel like in the other timeline, they came back to Riverdale with no problem, and that was probably the problem because you sometimes just gotta outgrow where you from. You gotta go somewhere else. Sometimes you gotta live. You know what I'm saying? In the other timeline, Archie came home, went to army, came home. This timeline, he did not. When it had a different life and all of that stuff. I was genuinely surprised to not see him and Betty be end up together. Like that was like, wow. That's why I say like an ending like that I don't like, but it is what it is. They just showing y'all everybody go separate ways sometimes, and that's just life. Period. It's not about what you want sometimes. It's just how it goes, and that's how that went. And I was like, nah, we can't. Like it. Just, this can't be it. This can't be it. For me, it couldn't be it. Like, damn. I actually like I haven't teared up on a show in forever. Like I was like literally when I think it's when Betty passed, like that really like because I knew she was gonna die. Took her back to Riverdale for like, and then obviously when her granddaughter said, "Yo, I think she's sleeping," and what I'm saying, I feel like I love the peaceful way to go out. That's like I don't like people to go through pain. I don't like people to go through pain, but that shit made me tick because you got people that you got in life that you've seen and know have passed, and then you all you could think about is what they thought about when they ended, and that shit hurt. But like I said, it was a masterful ending because it was just like I think we all just thought they were gonna go back to 2023, and then you just gotta realize how the show started, bro. The show started darkness throughout, and it kind of just showed like this light at the end of every tunnel, and they found their light by staying in that timeline. Now, yes, I would have wanted them to go back to a different timeline to bring that light in that dark place, but then they would have put on for so much more of it would opened up for it to be more seasons, and I think the show wanted it just to be an ending, and it was an ending. Now I don't like death endings to know how everybody died. That was like sad, bro. That was really like damn. But of course they were like most of them were late ages. They got through successful lives outside of Fangs and somebody. Oh, and Julian died at 28. So they both died really young. So that was like really damn. That's all you can think about is damn, damn, and yeah. So that threw me to a loop, but it just like I think that's just sometimes how life goes, bro. It was a lesson. It's a lesson in a lot of stuff, and they did a lesson to end the show. Like you could be as close as you want in high school. Once that joint ends, it could be the end for real, for real. And if you live that long, of course, like keeping in touch. I think that's the only thing that you really still like grasp on. Sometimes that don't even be possible. Sometimes I had a big ass group in high school. I only have 6 friends now, bro. I had about 15 to 20. I might be dragging it, but about at least 15, I believe. I have 6 friends. Now I still keep in touch with some of them, but why would I consider them friends? You know, they're cool people in life, but friends is a whole, it's a word you just don't say when you don't see each other in 4 years. That's what it's for me. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen the six friends I'm talking about more times than not. You know what I'm saying? So they still my homies, my day ones. But like I said, it was unfortunate Veronica got her big break. Veronica never wanted to be in Riverdale that long. She always wanted to have what she was gonna do, and she always had a life set on something big. I don't know. I don't think nobody stayed in Riverdale. If I'm not tripping, Jughead is the only one. I don't think. Yeah, I don't even think Jughead stayed in Riverdale. Like everybody left. Like in terms of like the four, I'm talking about the four. I'm not talking about Cheryl and thing. I'm happy they got back together. Cause, but you know what's so unfortunate about Cheryl and dang, what's the other girl name? Yo, the other girl name and the girl, and she was with Fangs. Remember? In the other timeline, they had a kid. So it's unfortunate. Like you don't think about that stuff. Like we had a kid. Now I don't have a kid. That's why I be wondering why they don't go back to timelines. Like obviously, I would have to see what happened to that kid, but to remember, like if something happened like the season before, but I don't think nothing happened. So it was unfortunate. Um, she's still the Serpent Queen. You know what I'm saying? Serpent Queen. You know what I'm saying? She still was her. And like I said, it was just that ending was just I think it's the ending we needed, but not everybody probably would have wanted, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody wanted the show to end so long ago, but then y'all just don't want endings. That's a ending. That's a ending. I was one day I'm explaining the Blacklist 1 2, and like that was an ending too. Sometimes you need to end it, not just end it. If that makes sense, you really need to put in that time and say, let me end this the correct way. They did, bro. If anything can break me into tears, bro, that should ended it the right way, bro. Real shit. I like, damn. And then the end, obviously they went in. She went into Pops. I think she know. I don't know if they all know they're dead, and they're just like I guess they smiling because they got to see each other again. So in reality, you may meet again. I think that's the lesson we learned throughout that. And yeah, I told you I didn't care how long this was gonna be. I was going to put some time into this because I haven't uploaded this video in a minute, and it was a great ending. Like I said, Riverdale, whatever season 7. I forgot what season it was anyway, but it don't really matter. It ended perfectly. I don't know when I'm uploading this. This could be uploaded on the 25th today at 2 p.m. We'll see. Y'all enjoy. Peace.